Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. And the beer I have for you today is something I picked up strictly because of the label. I saw this super cool-ass label and didn't know what the beer was, didn't care, but I bought it. This beer is called Master Shredder, and obviously, you know why I had to buy it. Some cool-looking dude shredding on a guitar, right up my alley, right? So this is the Master Shredder. This is from the Vale Brewing Company out of Richmond, Virginia. And this is a Hazy IPA. Now, there's not a lot here on the can. It says brewed and packed by the Vale Brewing Company, Richmond, Virginia. Please remove label before recycling. 16 fluid ounces, 1 pint. The Vale Mosaic Forward Hazy India Pale Ale. 5.5% alcohol. There is a canned on date, but of course, they put it on the ridge of the can. However, I can clearly see 2024, so it was at least canned on this year. So this should still be good to go with end date. Nothing else on the can other than that cool artwork. I paid $4.85 for this at Rozi's Wine House, because I always got that sticker back there from them. Wish I had a 10-tacker. I'd definitely buy a 10-tacker from them. Now, what's interesting is, on Untapped, it says it's 5.5% ABV, 50 IBUs. It says it's a New England IPA. On Beer Advocate, when I was looking at Beer Advocate, they describe it as a wheat IPA. I did see some people discussing flavor profiles and things, saying it had kind of like a weedy flavor to it. But I don't see anything about it being a wheat IPA on the can. So who knows? It'll be an adventure, right? Let's find out. On Untapped, it does get a 4.07, which is a great score, with 20.6 thousand check-ins. And on Beer Advocate, it got a 94 outstanding with 260 check-ins. Those are some pretty high scores there. So I expect this to be a good beer. Right off the bat, I'm getting big citrus orange hop burst right out of the can as I poured it. But before we get further into the nose, let's look at the color here. There are some floaters in there. There were definitely some floaters in there. But that's a nice chalky orange color. I mean, that looks like a nice hazy IPA to me. Give up my SRM chart out. That's probably about a 4 on the SRMs. It's a nice orangey, chalky orange kind of color with a nice pillowy white head that's just not dissipating. That pillowy white head is just sticking around there. That is a nice white head. Now we can go into the nose. A lot of big piney, resinous hops, but there's also some citrus in there. What's interesting is when I first opened the can, it was a huge burst of citrus. Sticking my big ass nose down in there, very piney. Piney with some tropical notes. Definitely smells like a hazy IPA, New England hazy IPA. I always talk about IPAs and how some of them are better than others to me. I'm not a huge hop head, but I do tend to like a lot of IPAs. I'm beginning to realize that I do like a lot of IPAs. So let's see if I like this one. Huzzah. Nice medium body there. Body's real pleasant. Surprisingly nice body for a 5.5% alcohol IPA. I mean, a lot of IPAs, even when you get into the higher alcohol IPAs, they've got a real thin body. Again, since I'm talking about IPA, Ridgeopolis talks about this a lot. He gets phenomenal IPAs, but then the body's just lacking. And same thing happens with a lot of stouts. I mean, a Beer Day with TK talks about this. A lot of phenomenal stouts are lacking in body. And it's surprising, this IPA, for being a New England, but only 5.5%, has a really nice medium body to it. It's got a really good body to it. And the flavors are bright, tropical, with some nice bitterness on the back end to round out that sweetness. Getting some like grapefruit, mango, tangerine in there. Yeah, just a lot of tropical fruits with just a little bit of bitterness on the back end to like mellow out the sweetness of the tropical fruit. That's really good. This is a really good IPA. I mean, once again, this is one of those IPAs that if you're a giant hophead that just wants to take 6 handfuls of hops and shove it in your mouth and chew on it and suck on it, this probably isn't for you. If you're a normal person who likes to drink IPAs, this is right up your alley. This is a really good IPA. This is very well done. I don't know why Beer Advocate said it was a wheat IPA. I'm not getting any of that wheatiness. Maybe it's with the body that's got a nice body. That's why they describe it as a wheat IPA. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Excuse me once again. Wow. But this is a really good IPA. Big horns up, Vale Brewing Company. Excellent job on this one. Super cool can art. The only reason I bought it was because of the can art and the name. You could have named this something else, I would not even have looked at it. Wouldn't give it a second look. But because of the name and that can art, right up my alley. Good job. Sold me on it, Vale. Excellent beer. And it was definitely an adventure, so embrace the adventure.